Hello, Mary. I'm just trying to remember what I did last time. It's always a challenge with streaming, remembering what you did last time. Okay, I remember I moved the body, since that's sort of what I based the title of the stream off of. But no, that's not what it is. Okay, I moved the body into the fridge, and then I remembered I gave Gart the other taxidermy bird, and now Gart's actually nice to me.
Hey, was there something you needed?
It feels so refreshing to have Gart actually be nice to you after I bothered him so much. So usually before I start, I load. Yeah. I mean, it's probably not that bad. Well, yeah. I mean, I haven't hit him with the karaoke yet. I'm probably going to. And when I do the karaoke thing, I hope I fail the check, because I think that's a lot funnier than if you pass it. Oh, yeah. So, I was looking at the journal to see what I did last time. I remember I failed to get a brush from Cindy the Skull. I forgot. I forgot what I just thought of. I think I think you failed the check. Because that's why I remember it so fondly. It's because you failed the check and it was hilarious. Can I fast travel here? I thought I already did these. Okay. It says white checks are available to try now. So maybe I can go try to open the cargo container door again. I don't know if I'm gonna have any better odds. It's one of my skills. I mean, maybe. Or actually, I remember what I wanted to try and do. I was gonna go talk to Everett Claire to see, tell him that one of the people who's supposed to sign his thing is not gonna sign it. I wonder if maybe he can help me with that. It's also been a long time since I've been this way. I try the phone again.
The already familiar cold touch of plastic welcomes you.
Okay, I can't use the phone. I like the rain. If only I had a $4 plastic poncho. I remember this switch, that's where I moved the container to. Okay, according to the map, this says I can try again now.
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Okay, I need rhetoric. Surely I have something with the rhetoric. Wait, I have this thing. That's something I didn't have last time. That's -1. Surely I have something. Logic. Okay, that's +1.
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
I mean, I'll still take the chance. Never know, 28% is not that bad.
Despite the dirt that surrounds and trails you, a beacon of light emerges from deep within you.
Hello, is there anybody in there?
The door stands silent.
Satisfied, detective?
Try again.
If there's someone in there, I'd like to talk to you. Also, what do you mean, Kim? Like, you told me to stop doing this last time, and now the one time I succeeded, and still visibly did nothing. Now he acts all smug.
Just like that, you hear a click, then a rattle. Some mechanism unlocks itself inside the door.
Ahoy! Come on in!
Okay. Funnily enough, I've heard this phrase before, mega rich light pending guy.
You can't be serious.
Oh yeah, it's this mega rich light bending guy. Usual.
The man stands at the far end of the shipping container. It's hard to say anything more about him. You cannot make out any of his details, but you do feel the overwhelming presence of capital.
Well, Amir, you said you've opened this before and you knew it was in here. You knew this was here, right? I was not expecting this, but I opened the door.
The feeling causes all the hairs on your body to stand at attention, like soldiers preparing for review.
Squint. I'm gonna stare at this guy, and then this could probably kill me.
Something's amiss. The light beams bend around his face and scatter in 1,000 directions. It seems the laws of physics do not apply here. They are suspended, distorted, and echo.
Okay, what if this is like a hallucinatory drug trip or something, and it's like I wake up, like Kim wakes me up in his car again, telling me that like I passed out, and then I explain to him that I broke the laws of physics, and then he'll tell me, okay, yeah, that's normal.
Trying to visualize the physics at play is liable to give you an aneurysm. Don't think about it too hard. In the general stillness, only your tongue moves, flickering as you utter.
What's going on in here?
Welcome, welcome. Not too much actually. Just pleasantly surprised to have company today.
You can't hear him exactly, yet you're able to understand every word he says. It is very strange. An overwhelming hum covers everything. Voice doesn't escape from him.
Hey, does this guy give me money? Because when I first got in, it said like there was a lot of capital here, and his name says he's mega rich. So what if he gives me a bunch? Hey, look. Hey, Miri. Look at my money count now. I have 15,755,037 real. I'm rich now. I can buy the shoes.
Now, what can I do for you, gentlemen?
Yeah. Who are you?
Who am I? Oh, I haven't been asked that question for such a long time. I don't meet a lot of people outside my circle these days. Anyhow, my name is Rustam Diodore, investor, license holder, and extremely high net worth individual. And you are?
There's no way they let me keep this money, right? I have been baffled before when I asked Joyce for money and she actually gave me $100. There's no way that I can keep this money, right?
Mr. Diodore, I am Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi of the RCM, and this is my partner.
Harrier Dubois.
Pleasure to meet you, Harrier Dubois. I must admit, the name suits you very well.
I'm gonna ask him for some money. What are you doing in this container?
Traveling. This is a great way to get around. It's fun, it's safe, and it gives me lots of time to think. By the way, let me now ask you a question. Where are we exactly?
In the very, very early days of colonizing this archipelago, the kingdom of Sirens, a precursor of a modern Sur-la-Clay, used to own the city of Revachol, an obscure detail in the bigger picture, but still worth dropping.
We are in Revachol, formerly a colony of the kingdom of Surens. However you pronounce it.
A fellow history buff. I myself am currently reading up on Franco-Nigerian era trains. Very interesting stuff. It's a shame I can't get out and explore myself. One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of low net worth individuals are constantly banding together to ask for money.
So you travel from place to place via shipping container? Okay, I'm glad I didn't ask him for money the first thing.
Smart, no? It also provides a means to hide from all the targeted advertising we extremely high net worth individuals are constantly subjected to. Luxury yachts, high fidelity portable radio systems, fail-proof outerwear, and so on. It just gets a bit middle class after a while. A bit bourgeois.
Yeah, it does sound pretty tiresome. Agreeing with him, so hopefully he gives me money.
Don't get me wrong. They're nice things. But once you achieve a certain level of wealth, your time and mental space become much more important than material goods.
So you're saying being rich isn't worth the hassle?
What? No, I did not say that at all. Being rich is great. Just don't tell anyone I told you that.
How did you become so rich?
Oh lord, not this again.
What's the matter, Kim?
Oh, nothing. It's just that we've got this murder to solve, and yet you go around asking everyone about money. And every time I ask, are you sure this is related to the case, you say, sure, Kim, I think it is.
Look, I need money, okay? Like, how am I gonna starve on 15 million real? That's not enough to buy, like... Look.
And yet, it never seems to get us any closer to solving the case.
It's quite alright. I'm used to the question by now. To be blunt, I inherited my fortune from my grandmother, who herself was an extremely high net worth individual back in Graz.
I need the money, Kim. I need to buy everything.
All I did was take her fortune and invest it prudently. Believe it or not, it takes more than a bit of skill not to blow a vast fortune on sailing boats, bad choices, and unsupervised state policy.
Okay, what's even funnier is, a couple days ago, maybe like a week ago, didn't I, like, take a screenshot of this very, like, paragraph here, and I sent it to you as a joke? Except the thing is, I had no idea where it came from. I thought maybe it was like some obscure thing, or maybe someone made it up. And then I just found exactly where it's from right here. Actually, I think I've seen this exact, like, screenshot before. I thought it was a joke, because I can't imagine where you would see this, like, light distortion. Can't believe it's actually real.
Actually, at the level this guy is, it takes several generations to do that. But, alright.
What's it like being an extremely high net worth individual?
I gotta tell you, at first, being rich is a lot of work. You've got to work hard because everything's so darn expensive. You know, prices increase exponentially at this income level. But then, once you've reached my position, it's nearly impossible for me not to make money. My assets are so diversified that I'm bound to come out ahead no matter what. Some of my lower net worth friends say to me, but doesn't that take all the fun out of it? And I tell them, not really.
Yeah, you're right. Capital accumulation is its own reward. Hang on. Let's see. Don't mind me being the communist guy, approving of this guy's mass accumulation of wealth. I'm just checking my morals. Yeah, never mind that thought that says to kill everyone who has more than $25 in their pocket. Yeah, you're right. Capital accumulation is its own reward.
Precisely, Mr. Dubois. You know, I hear people talk sometimes about economic equality and fairness, but tell me, where would we be without liberalism? In caves, rocking each other with bones.
Look, he gave me $1. Okay, I have to admit though, I had to do a double take because at first I thought maybe he gave me $100, and I got kind of excited there, but no, it's just $1. But now I have 15,755,038 real. Yeah, that would suck.
A nightmare scenario, a world of slavery and violence. Which brings us back to the essential truth of modernism. Where we are right now, the freedom of mankind can only be derived from the free flow of capital.
And being a high net worth individual sounds great.
It is truly. It's almost entirely carefree. It really leaves you time to better yourself spiritually.
Hey, all this talk about money has made you lose the thread. What is going on with the light in this place? That's what you need to ask him about.
There's something strange about you.
What do you mean?
I don't know how to put it. You see, look somehow a little different.
Are you talking about my chin?
No, I mean I can't even see you. It's as if something's happening to the light.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yes, I've heard of this effect, though I've never witnessed it myself, of course. It has something to do with our Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient.
The Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient is a ratio designed to reflect the difference in net worth between individuals. When the coefficient is close to 1, or 100%, it means one person possesses all the net worth. Among that group of individuals, it's been observed that when the Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient reaches about 0.96 or so, the laws of physics begin to bend around the high net worth individual.
You know what? I could have gotten a nice flip out of that because I was about to say, what's the Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient? And then Encyclopedia comes in and explains it. And then I say, thanks, Encyclopedia. So, what is our coefficient?
The Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient for you and this individual appears to be 0.9998, repeating.
Yeah, what did you find?
That's not good for you.
Are you telling me that you're so rich that light literally bends around your face?
Among other things. But calm down. I'm but a lowly single-digit billionaire.
I'm calm. I have like 6 composure I'm calm.
That's good.
Kim, are you seeing this weird stuff?
I see nothing of the sort. To be frank, all I see is a gentleman who's unusually well dressed for Martinez, in a cargo container, which I admit is odd.
Yes, I imagine that does look strange to you. My container.
Well, you're a rich investor, right? And I have some money. I get the feeling like, okay, a couple of outcomes. Either this whole interaction is a joke, and I don't actually get like anything significant out of it except for that $1, or maybe asking for money is going to go horribly wrong, or maybe you'll give me money if I just leave. I'm gonna ask my, hey, you're a rich investor, right? Can I have some money?
Could you please stop asking people for money? It does not reflect well on the RCM, and to be perfectly frank, we can't afford to look worse than we already do.
But Kim, I can't afford to look any better than I do now. That's why I need the money.
It's perfectly alright. Based on your appearance, I can tell I'm dealing with a smart man. As you may know, us high net worth individuals don't have a lot of cash on hand. Investments and liquidity are enemies of one another. I think I only have coins for coffee machines. Here is 3 real. How much can you get for this?
It gets me almost nothing, but thank you for your kindness. I mean, he did ask how much we can get for this, and I'm gonna answer almost nothing. But I am grateful for the $3.
That's the idea, my friend. You've got to work for the rest. Maybe you can make that money grow. Come up with an investment plan. How's that sound?
Okay. Let me check my conceptualization items.
Thanks for stopping by. If you ever have an idea you want to pitch me, I'm all ears.
I can.
Yes?
Nothing. Okay, well that's definitely a save. Over my manual save. Wait a minute. That's not actually like my money count, is it? I can see like my actual money count is like 59.17 or something. Okay, do I have anything with conceptualization? I don't know if I do. I have this. Wait, sound shirt. +1 for conceptualization. Can't even see myself.
Welcome back, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
Yeah. I was wondering about that because I think I got the +1 for the business casual top.
Welcome back, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
Hey, what if I like wear some even more fancy business clothes? Hey, what if I'm gonna give this guy vibes. What if I get these nice shoes on? Maybe he'll respect me then. This horrific necktie. You never know.
Welcome back, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
gonna come back to this guy. Yeah, 59.17. But that was definitely something. I wonder if I can ask Everett about that. Maybe he knows something. I have the inter-eastlery trousers. My other options were the jeans that make my ass pop, and regular black jeans, and the flare cut trousers I start with. Hint, sure. What kind of hint could you give me?
Mr. Dubois, I hear the meeting with Titus was a glowing success. That's such a relief. Titus can be a handful sometimes. Now, what can Everard Clare do for you today?
Oh. Remember the container I asked you about? Turns out there's a mega rich light bending guy inside. Yeah. I'm curious, so I'm gonna pick it. I just saved anyway.
Mega rich lightbending guy? Oh my god. How did that get in there?
He's so rich he can get in anywhere.
Damn it to hell, Harry. I specifically told my guys to check all the containers for mega rich lightbending guys.
Nothing to stop innovative minds.
Honestly, Harry, we might be moving all kinds of suspicious things through this harbor, but I won't be caught transporting the light-bending mega rich. I have a reputation to protect.
I got $1 in the Steam achievement for preaching the free market 9 times. Let's see. No. I'm not going to defend billionaires. Let's see. Yes, for God's sake, you're a socialist.
You're right, Harry. I am a socialist. I'm going to catch the mega rich guy inside the container and harvest his energy to power the harbor's fog lights. I shudder to think what you're going to tell me next, Harry.
Not for 1 second did he believe there's an actual mega-rich person somewhere in his container town.
I didn't think so. Alright, I'll be back. So I could lie to him about sending the signatures. But I think I'm gonna try and actually do it. So I wonder if I have the inter-eastlery set. I wonder if the polo shirt is part of it. Wait, the inter-eastlery dress shirt. I could wear that. Do I have inter-eastlery shoes? I could like check on him again. Maybe I'll find like the last inter-eastlery piece somewhere, or in my inventory, depending on if I have it or not.
Welcome back, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
Oh yeah. 58%. So I guess I do already have it. Am I wearing something interinsulary? Interinsulary. Oh wait, I thought you meant like the plus. I thought it was like +1 per piece, so it was a 3-piece set. But I think I already have it then. The 2-piece set. It's a conceptualization check, right?
Welcome back, gentlemen.
Yeah.
What can I do for you?
I really don't have anything else with conceptualization. That replaces my shirt. I think that ruins the set. So,
Welcome back, gentlemen. What
yeah. Remember back in the day when I was actually solving a crime? Remember those days? You know what? Do I have any thoughts that give me temporary conceptualization? I'm gonna save again.
Welcome back, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
So we hit 16. I'm gonna start with +9. Let's see, I need to roll 7. You know what? Why am I calculating this? I already see the odds right here. 58%. Could this be a quest? You know what?
Welcome back, gentlemen.
I think I'm gonna
What
put some
can I
points
do for
into
you?
conceptualization and do this check. I got the skill points to spare. Captain Close. 72%. I think I might actually put 2 points into this, because I haven't had very good luck with 72%. 83%, that's a little bit better. Okay, conceptualization got to 16. Present a sound investment plan.
Deploying high concept buzzword generator. All systems functional. Ready to engage in 3, 2, 1. It's time to disrupt the future. You've got to stay lean, innovative, and focus on what matters most. The children.
You should invest in a youth center.
A youth center, huh? What kind of youth center?
I would have made it without the invested points.
A place to train buff kids. Come on, tell him what he wants to hear.
Okay. Let's see. One dedicated to instilling liberal economic values in children from low net worth families.
Brilliant. Without children, who'll be there to buy stuff in the future?
This guy's given me $5 so far. This guy is pretty good. Yes, and if it doesn't work out, we can always repurpose the center as a shopping mall or a private equity firm.
When life closes a door, it opens a window, yes? What's the expected return on this?
Let's see. Highly educated, work-ready human capital ready to be directed towards any number of your vast interests.
You're deep into ultra-liberal territory now. Good work.
Very impressive. You've got a natural eye for unusual investment opportunities.
Thank you. Give me money.
I don't normally do this without a formal pitch deck, but to hell with it. What's the point of being rich if you have to follow all the rules? Here's the round of seed funding. This should be enough to prove out the concept and get things off the ground.
Thank you for placing your unwavering trust in me.
Remember, it's not a handout. It's an investment, and I expect to see returns.
The lieutenant stands there, dumbfounded. His mouth opens slightly, then closes again. Is he having a stroke?
Yeah, are you having a stroke?
No, I'm not having a stroke. You're just still full of surprises. Most of them bad, but some good.
The lieutenant has granted you an aura of legitimacy. Bathe in it, but don't let your satisfaction show. Play it cool.
Yeah, play it cool.
Now, was there anything else I could help you gentlemen with?
Yes, we should get back to our investigation. Thanks for your time. Hey, Kim.
Yes?
Nothing. You know, I think it's very often, like, I just go like, hey, Kim, and talk to him as if I want to discuss something that just happened. But 99% of the time, like, he doesn't have anything to say. So it's just like, hey, Kim, yes? Nothing. Can't believe that, though. I knew that guy was gonna give me money. Because he said it was like, make her rich. And you know when people are rich, there's money. They usually don't give it to you, but I was going to take it anyway. I was going to commit robbery. Actually, like back a long time ago when I did a Divinity playthrough, I had this phrase called "commit the art of the deal," and what that meant was when I was gonna buy something from a vendor or something, I would like raise their friendship to max or something. Because if their friendship is at 100%, you get like a 50% discount on top of your bartering skill. The way I would do this is before buying anything, I would just give them 1,000 gold for nothing, and that would raise their friendship to max. And then they would give me a 50% discount on everything, on top of bartering. So technically, I scammed them out of like tens of thousands of gold by doing that. I probably saved like a couple 100,000 gold by doing that. Yeah. Also, I like the phrase, I'm gonna commit the art of the deal. Anyway, you know what time it is.
The speakers below are banged up and worthless. The sneakers triumph over them. They're the star of the show here.
Inspect the sneakers again.
A pair of Faun Ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole. Dedicated, victorious, sporty, these Faun sneakers are a must-have for a track and field legend.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest Faun sneakers. Super air, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
Only? That's madness.
Like, if they were cheaper, I would definitely buy them. But 50 real. From I actually still don't know.
Fun Ultra, we're the future. You remember the slogan from some magazine?
Did I buy that? Did I ever buy like that windbreaker?
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes. Keep saving that economy.
Yeah, I tried to give up that image, but still, you know, those are expensive shoes, you know. Well, I have the money. Yeah, as Kim said, I'm just full of surprises. You thought I was gonna spend my newly attained capital on this thing that I was happy to get really enthusiastic about, but nope. Can I talk to this guy again? I think it said...
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
Okay. I can try this thing again. I failed this horribly last time. It was like 92% last time. I still failed horribly. I could probably use the... There. He probably doesn't care about the dress code.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
Conceptualization again. 97%. Easy, right?
Wait, there's something here, stored away in some dusty corner. It starts like...
It was a critical success anyway. Well, a mirror's temperature is always 0. It's ice. It's ice in the veins. It's camera is an X-ray. I feel this is probably supposed to be a rap, and I'm really butchering it.
Whoa. What else?
It's a chalice held out to you in silent communion,
Silent communion. That's good.
where gaspingly you partake of a shifting identity, never your own.
Dang. That's some great shit. You came up with that yourself.
Or did you learn it in school? More importantly, who can prove if you did? Go with it. You deserve some acclaim.
See, I mean, I did put the points into conceptualization myself. Let's see. I think the words are mine, yes.
Fucking A. Seems I got you all wrong. Cops aren't much known for their artistic sensibilities these days. It's good to meet a fellow poet. Someone with an appreciation for real text. The others here, so you don't really get it.
It makes it all easier to pair if the words are pretty.
I get you. When they really click, it makes the world seem manageable. Good to be on the same page.
Still low empathy though.
Why does art inspire you so much?
Does, yes, but what is art?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment. In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
Would I fit into that world? I mean,
Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes, disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too.
Hold on. Is architecture also art? Is it? Okay, because I studied architecture for a little bit, and I have like some insights about architecture. But is it art? Well, the easy answer is probably. But is it?
Of course not. It's autism, box drawing, masturbation with a ruler and a sextant or whatever they use. You should demean and criticize the genteel institution of architecture while extolling the virtues of the pure arts.
Okay, that is kind of true, because modern architecture is very uninspired. Right. I guess I have been feeling critical lately. Critical success.
Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
But wait, don't it have to be 100% cop to get the case finished and all that?
Quit being so indecisive. What are you going for here? Some kind of indecisive and camp aesthetic now? Strike a bold shape here. Go art or go home.
Sure, if 50% art critic is what's needed to free me from rote repetition, so be it. Opt in.
Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street, you must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world. Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
Hey, actual art degree. Okay, I've seen a YouTube short about this thought, and based on what I've seen, this is my favorite thought in the game. Not for the stats it gives, but for the narration you get when like you finish thinking about it. I think it does give you like a debuff though. I don't know if I'm going to like get that, but I do like hearing that. I think it's funny, if it's what I think it is. This was there. Oh no, what? Actual art degree. And since I put some points in conceptualization, I could probably maybe ask Cindy the Skull. Yep. The worst culprit type. Nothing's good enough, everything is shit. Okay, I think what I know about it is it plays the vine boom sound, which if it actually does that, then I think that's funny meme. Vine boom sound. I have conceptualization now.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
It is a red jack. Is it gonna get better than this?
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
What are you doing to the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
So you don't know what to write?
Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mona was here. We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cabs. And my name's not Mona, so...
I have an opinion on this. Wanna hear it?
Yeah?
I want to say I love Public Guard, don't mind us, but what is Kim gonna think? Because I know in the beginning, like, I definitely got Kim to trust me, like me and everything. But it seems like now, I'm doing a lot of things Kim, like, doesn't like asking for money and stuff. At the very least, Kim didn't see me give drugs to Kuno. At least there's that. I love Public Guard, don't mind us, keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
Don't mind me, Kim.
She means the opposite.
Okay. I'm gonna try this 42%. It's a red check. How bad could this go wrong? 42%.
They do say the painter always paints his own portrait.
I'm going to pick the self-portrait, but sort of, you know, from the inside to show people what it's like.
That's pretty fucked up. Even for you, Piggo.
What if I add some interpretive dance?
I think everyone would rather you didn't.
Okay, I won't do that. Please just give me some paint and a brush. I need to do some art.
You're a real sad sack. You know that? Go ahead then. Art it up. Just try not to hurt yourself. And no self-portraits.
Thanks, Cindy.
Sure, anytime. Us shit artists have to help one another. Besides, I was out of fuel oil anyway.
The right idea is not coming to her. It's excruciating. You know what you've got in that fuel canister you scavenged from your Kanema? Red-dyed heavy fuel oil. Paint and a brush. You're ready to do this.
See you later, Cindy. I guess you could say it's a pretty successful day so far, considering I got 2 Steam achievements. I just got an achievement for saying 5 art cop lines. So now do I just paint on the wall? Remember when I was solving a crime?
The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come to mind.
Yeah, probably. Let's see, what should I paint? If I drew a 3,500-year-old pictogram of a human being, I feel like that would probably just be a dick. You know what? I'm really tempted to write no parking. Because I don't know. Right, I could do that, yeah. Let's do that. Instead of solving a crime.
The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come to mind.
See, let's go top down. What if I say fuck the police, even though I am the police, and Kim is watching right next to me? What if? My flashlight. Does Kim have anything to say about that?
The lieutenant looks at the wall in dismay.
Yeah, you got something to say, Kim?
But we are the police.
You're right, you're right. Is it too late to change it?
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows, then sighs. The wall towers over you with its indelible message.
Hey, Kim. What am I doing? That's a great question. Okay, let me load. I'm gonna try all of them. This is an autosave just before it, so I think that works out perfectly. I'm tempted to actually go with the no parking one, because it reminds me of...
The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come to mind.
I'll explain when we get there. What if I say that I love Kuno? It's even better that I have a flashlight. You can see my shadow.
You've spoken. The wall will now silently repeat the message for a decade or so, until the sea air degrades the paint, adding another layer of detritus to the city.
Very poetic. Real poetry. Should we return to our murder investigation? I hear there's a really bad one we are supposed to solve.
Okay, can I tell Kuno about this though? Or Kuno S?
Trying to sneak up on me?
Okay. So one time, when I was like studying architecture, one of my assignments was to develop a classroom floor plan. And I sort of like made it a joke. Cause like I made like the floor plan and everything. But I also added like a built-in porta potty to it. And on the door, I said no parking. At least 2-hour parking.
Kuno saw you wield that can. Sweet graffito action, pig. Kuno likes that delinquent shit.
Yeah, you like art, Kuno?
Fuck no, art shit.
Got it. Art's shit.
That's right, pig. Shit.
Okay, I'm off.
Kuno.
Okay, so he does react to it. Let's load. I feel like Kim's just gonna say the same thing, but like having a murder to solve.
The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded
Mother of all
revolver.
walls.
You've spoken. The wall will now silently repeat the message for a decade or so, until the sea air degrades the paint.
Very poetic. Real poetry. Should we return to our murder investigation?
Okay, I think Kim's just gonna say that for the rest of them. Actually, that classroom plan I had to
The
design.
paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come to mind.
So I had to present that that plan. I think I still have like the PowerPoint presentation I used to present my joke architecture. Let's skip this one because I think I'm just gonna say the same thing. Oh, 3,500 euro pictogram of a human being. Okay, this is either going to be the Vitruvian Man, or this is going to be a dick. Or that.
You've spoken. The wall will now silently repeat the message for a decade or so, until the sea air degrades the paint, adding another layer of detritus to the city.
Very poetic. Real poetry. Should we return to our murder investigation? I hear there's a really bad one we are supposed to solve.
I think I'm just gonna go with no parking. I still think back to like that presentation that I made back then when I was less dead inside than I am now. It was a challenge to present that presentation professionally with a straight face, especially when I got to the porta potty section, because I had to explain that professionally.
The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver.
No parking.
What? You've spoken. The wall will now silently repeat the message for a decade or so, until the sea air degrades the paint, adding another layer of detritus to the city.
Very poetic.
Yes. Yeah. Did I actually, like, consume my banged up fuel canister? Couldn't I have, like, sold that? Because, like, when I went to go inspect my car, I picked up the banged up fuel canister, which sells for, I think it's like $10, $11. I just spent it to write a no parking sign. Oh well. Okay, what was I gonna do next? Okay, maybe. Well, yeah, I have $160, but what if I spend it? Okay, it says I can retry the check. I need to redeem myself from the first day.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Hey, would you look at that? 72%. Visual calculus. I'm not gonna mess this up again. Is that the only visual calculus thing I have? Alright, because I have -1 from thoughts.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Okay, reconstruct the movement. 83%.
The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message, written in the language of burnt rubber. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started there, and then accelerated straight into the fence, left a hole big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry, according to the cafeteria manager.
What happened next?
The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building. Before heading south, must have been in a hurry.
This is where I started off with my motor carriage, before sinking in the sea.
No wonder the cafeteria manager seemed frustrated when he was giving us directions to the yard. Well, you did provide us with a very convenient access point to the crime scene.
I think I got it. Okay. I probably don't need to call Alice again. I'll go back to the Fisherman Shacks. Finally, actually get it back into where I need to explore.
A policeman. What can our village do for you?
You know what? I'm gonna save again. And then, apparently I can ask her to clean that dirty jacket I found.
A policeman. What What can our village do for you?
I found this jacket, but it's filthy. Could you wash it for me?
I can wash it for you, but it's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long?
No, we must run around ceaselessly. It would be torture to stay put.
I could use a breather. It's been another track and field day.
You know what? Yeah, I'll wait.
Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you'll have an easier life in your hands.
Oh, actually not that bad. Okay. So I got that new clothing item at the cost of 30 minutes. Worth. What are these people? I've never seen them before.
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
Does he actually know you? Or is he just shopkeep friendly?
Good to see you too, friends.
So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
Hey, Miri. I can half afford the $300 spirits. Quite the business venture you set up here.
Oh, the system's been good to old Rosemary here, and I'm milking her like a bitch goat in the backyard.
You can get that for free, can't you? Because, like, I think you got it for free, and then you made plans to shove it up your ass. Or maybe you're just gonna pour it up there. Because maybe shoving the whole bottle there might not work. Maybe. What do you mean?
You see, friend, man makes his own luck. And I made mine real good. Got my hands on 3 bottles of liquor exquise. Sold 2 to the fellows around here and immediately invested the profit.
Oh yeah, I just talked to a very rich investor.
Bought cigarettes, bought beer, even bought a bit of speed. And look at me now. I got everyone on my hook.
The hook? Where is it? I can't see it.
Impressive entrepreneurship. I approve. You know, it looks like you're on your own hook too.
Of course, of course, of course. It is what it is, you know. What it's always been. People, buddy boy. It's the people.
He has long forgotten what you were talking about.
Why does the bottle of spirits cost $300?
See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture.
Alright, let him speak.
You know, it's funny, actually.
He's finding it difficult to focus his watery gaze.
What is?
What?
Keep him talking.
What do you mean, what? What did you think was funny earlier?
This guy.
Where did you get the bottle of spirits from?
Oh, this is medicinal spirits. The good stuff. Got it from the doctor's office. I got one of those scientific ampules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink. Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go.
That's a good tip. I should remember it.
It really isn't. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of help. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing. Those arseholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all.
Okay, how?
The idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to preserve dead fingers. Swipe 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila! What's left is this beautiful blue stuff. 98.7% almost pure alcohol.
2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for 3 real, if you want it.
Don't say it.
I think it will prove useful. Yes, 3 real.
3 real and it's yours, friend. The deal of a lifetime.
Well done. You got it. That's a much more reasonable price right there. Makes sense now.
3 real. My hard-earned money. This is like 60% of what the investor gave me before he gave me $100.
Just make sure to enjoy that one, friend.
If you drink this, then you'll die. That's a fact. And that's why we're going to save you from yourself and store this as a sellable item. Go sell it at the pawn shop for a profit.
That's what I thought.
In the civilized world, it's a custom to tip the shopkeep, friend. But come back anyway.
Cool. Yeah, that probably would kill you. That's slightly more than a Macbeth shot. Fun fact, a Macbeth shot is 95% pure alcohol. And it would probably still kill you, but it was sold at a point in time. Who's this guy?
Hey, Tequila! Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you?
I shake his hand.
So what's happening?
Wait, Tequila?
Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the, high-concept, reality-based adventures proceeding?
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call someone Billy Brunel or leader of the 4th Street gang.
Reality. It makes me aggressively sad.
I know what you mean. Sitting around with these bums, you really get to know the nitty-gritty of reality. And it isn't good.
Yeah, I know what a Macbeth shot is because I was watching someone play GTA 5 online, and in that game, you can go to a bar and order a Macbeth shot, which will immediately make you pass out and wake up on a random point in the map. And the streamer was like, huh, I wonder what my best shot is. Maybe I should try one sometime. And then someone in the chat said it's 95% alcohol, so it would probably kill you if you drank it.
Things aren't going super well for Idiot Doom Spiral either. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word from my business buddies.
Idiot Doom Spiral, huh? This is bound to be a good, high-concept conversation. At last.
Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around here lately?
Can't really remember seeing any women after losing my keys.
It's a touchy topic. He hasn't got laid in ages. He really has no idea who this Ruby is, sire.
What is a tequila sunset? You keep saying it.
It's you. You're Tequila Sunset.
How do you know this?
We've met before. Don't you remember?
No, you sure don't.
No.
Aha. Do you want to know how Tequila Sunset came to be?
Sure. Is this gonna, like, kill me of sadness?
Let me take a sip to moisten up my cords. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday, and by Tequila Sunset, I mean you. The man, the myth.
Was I alone?
Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story. Stop interrupting. You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did was get piss drunk. Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head, right in front of them. That's pretty high concept, if you ask me.
Is.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
What happened then?
It was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this, we get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowy. I trust you know the feeling. One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza, followed by a series of dings and bangs.
Do you remember the sound of wood cracking? The billboard?
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in.
Naturally.
Anyway, there was a brief silence. A gasp of silence, if you will. Followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening towards the coast at top speed. Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic. What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you. Right there on the beach. You revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs. "The time hath come!" So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come. To which you replied, "The time hath come for Tequila Sunset, the end of all things."
Say nothing. It's more dignified that way.
After which, your reality contracted. You jammed the pedal, plowed right off the jetty, and through the ice.
Your hands cramp on the steering levers.
We ran towards the ice, whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit, like some kind of sea monster. When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep.
In this way, you and your motor carriage have a lot in common.
Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to. We asked about the whole Tequila Sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now and insisted that we all call you that from then on.
My real name's Harry.
No, that's just what your mother called you. Your real name is Tequila Sunset. Just embrace it, brother.
How long do we party for?
Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, You got belligerent and wanted to talk about Revacholian women. How they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you crossed the event horizon, looked sullen, got up, and left without saying anything.
Wow, that's quite a story.
Yeah, I bet Tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct. You must be proud to work with him.
If you only knew.
I don't need to hear anymore. I've already almost died of sadness.
It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs.
You seem like you're characterized by your storytelling ability. Want to tell me another one sometime?
Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right, why not? Better than a beach bum.
I meant later, but sure. Let's hear it.
It depends, really. Are you willing to help me out?
You might get scammed here.
I have a feeling this is going to cost me a lot.
No, the reality of the situation requires a rather modest contribution. A little motivational package.
What do you need?
Booze. Did you already forget our party? The thing I relayed to you earlier. So, have you got anything for good old idiot Doom Spiral? A bottle for a story. Seems fair to me.
I'm not gonna do it now. Maybe I can come back.
In that case, I'm not a storyteller.
Alright, be seeing you.
You too, Tequila Sunset.
Who's this third guy?
The noxious odor emanating from the drunken man is strong and familiar.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
I'm the law. Put your hands behind the ground.
Right. You might have found one person who doesn't know you are the law, given how drunk he is.
Abigail. Oh, Abigail.
Alright, let's leave.
The dozing man mumbles something inaudible.
Oh, honey. 69 cents. That's a very, you could say, decent amount of money. It's very good. It's great, even. Nice. Okay. So, there's probably more. Isn't, like, the cryptozoologist supposed to be somewhere around here? I don't think I found him yet. Let's just go along the edges. Maybe I'll find something if I run along the edge. Have I been here? I don't think I've been here. This is like really far in one direction. Oh, sunglasses. And I regained my healing item for sadness. Win the $1.15. Wow, Mira, you were right about making money easier later on. I already have like $160 in my pocket. Thanks to my hard work. What's this?
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Look, Kim, even more bullet holes. Something's definitely gone down here.
Correct. The density of the bullet holes is unusual. Even in a general average bullet hole frequency in Martinez sense. Grim affairs. Meaning, this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully automatic rifle fire. Something you don't see these days.
Why not?
The manufacturing and sale of automatic rifles was curtailed after the revolution. The destructive power of such tools proved to be too much. We do need to retain some humanity in this world.
Alright, let's get my visual calculus on. +1 visual calculus. Isn't that already kind of maxed it out already? Like, maybe I'm already maxed for visual calculus. I'm starting to realize that the more clothing items I have, the longer it's going to take to look for specific things. I was wondering, like, maybe they should put a search bar or something, but I feel like that might be a bit excessive. If there is a search bar, then it's probably excessive.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
It's 72% again. That's never failed me, right?
A row of ghostly shades stand facing the wall. There are many of them, a dozen at least, their heads lowered and eyes blindfolded. It's quiet. No sound, no movement.
I just barely made that.
10 meters away, other shades are lined up in an orderly manner, automatic rifles primed. A gust of wind blows by. The coats of the firing squad flap slowly in the breeze. A single person stands on the side. Snowflakes fall on the wooden planks and the surrounding sand dunes, covering the land with the white of innocence. A long time has passed since the moment of this fusillading. Rain and brine have since washed all the blood away. Not a trace remains.
What is this? Pretty sure those aren't semi-automatic rifles. Or what were they supposed to be? Automatic rifles. Yeah, those are definitely not automatic rifles.
The abundance of bullet holes leads to two options. Either an inordinate amount of executions were performed here, or they did not use a conscience round, where only one soldier has the loaded rifle. Looks like this was a mass execution with everyone fully armed.
Kim, who was in this execution?
I don't know. I don't know who died here, lined up beside that horrible wall. It could have been any of the parties involved in the revolution. Perhaps the ones executed here were the loyalist conservatives, killed by the communists at the start of the Civil War. Or it could have been the communists, put to death during the last stretch of the conflict by the coalition forces. It could even have been the employees of the failed R&D center down the coast, as their building was taken over by the revolutionaries.
Or maybe...
What about people from the coalition, the so-called moralists?
Yeah, it's very unlikely the coalition forces were the ones who died here. They were always the last ones against the wall. To be honest, if a coalition member was anyone in this situation, it was the commandant, the superior giving the orders.
Look at the people against the wall.
A host of men, probably in everyday clothes, ragged from the conflict and covered in dust. They were not sitting, a common practice for executions in some nations, as demonstrated by the height level of the bullet holes. They stand, facing the wall. It's impossible to discern any details about their personality or background.
Line of soldiers.
7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats, holding automatic rifles aimed at the people. Soldiers from some side. But from which one?
There's a person on the side.
The commandant. The one who gives the order. Machine gun fire crackling through the air. The lights of the muzzle flashes dancing on his face. A cold sea wind blows away the figures.
What's over here? Is this a container? Oh, I thought these street lamps were hats for a second. I was wondering why I was seeing them everywhere and why I couldn't pick them up. I'm always happy to see a container. Now I know how easy Leo feels. Like singing about containers all day. What's a Pipo? Is this a hat or something? It is a hat. Makes me smarter. And it makes me less perceptive. I'm gonna keep on the Dick Mullen hat though. Makes me feel cool. Can I go down here? Is this a ramp? Or it's just all a dead end?
There's no way the perk isn't here, officer. Look how scarred the boards are. All attempts to pry them off have failed.
I'm still moving. Can I try to get in though?
Not this time. The opposition is insurmountable, but I like the spirit. Have some points. It's lonely and cold without points.
Kim, do you think she's in there? Point at the border of the building that we're walking by, and we walked by like 30 seconds ago.
The suspect? God, I hope not. I can't see a way in, though many have tried.
Nothing more to do here then. Okay, where am I now? Where have I walked during this dialogue? I'm already there. That was convenient. I went that way. Is there anything up here? $1.16. And something to rip open. Drugs and $5. Wait, that them? Is that the cryptozoologist? I think that's them. But first, I need to go bother this person and his son.
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with. You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Tran Heilostam. You must be Kim Kitsuragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
How come Kim gets recognized and I don't?
Nice to meet you.
You and Kim know each other?
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers.
Yeah. It's my encyclopedia level. Because this seems like this could use some encyclopedia level.
Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into worms lately.
Whenever I hear Orbis, I think of Maple Story, because Orbis was the name of one of the major towns. Back in the day, it was like the transit town. You want to travel somewhere around the world, you go to Orbis. Then Orbis has connections to everywhere else. It's like the central transport hub. But now, modern Maple Story is like not like that anymore. You just teleport where you want to go for free. Like, there's this trick you can use. Every town has like this dimensional portal thing that supposedly takes you into like certain dungeons to lobby up and get ready for raids. But there's some options where they just take you to a real place on the map that's connected to like a place in the world. And then what you do is you teleport there, exit out, go into another location, which when you exit that other location, it lets you teleport to anywhere in the world for free. I kind of miss OG Maple Story, but I kind of don't, because it was very time consuming. You actually have to wait for like the airships to come in on the hour, and then you get on them on the hour before they leave, and then you wait for them to start, and then they start moving, and then you have to wait for them to travel, which takes another like half hour. It took like 2 hours to travel anywhere.
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor, or someone who's been on too many radio shows.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in 08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
Wow, get a load of this guy. He really enjoys his trivia. The Orbis programming language was named after its inventor, Victor Orbis, a cybernetician from Grad. They run Vox in the Occidental countries.
I'm looking for a suspect. Have you seen anyone suspicious around?
No, I'm afraid I can't help you with this one, officer. It's just a regular day off for me and Mikhail here.
So you haven't seen anyone around?
No, I'm sorry. As I said, this is just a day off. We just arrived anyway.
He's telling the truth. He hasn't seen anyone.
What's so fascinating about an empty old building?
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building. What not a lot of people know is, this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
The building.
It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill.
I don't think I've ever heard of this Feld Electrical. Proceed. Brackets.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve, or should I say they were developing an ace up their sleeve. I'm mixing my metaphors here.
What was that ace?
It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
Tape computer? Isn't that the thing like I found the cube for?
An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution, revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer, which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
He assumes something like a combat stance, facing the wind.
What happened to that?
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired, the revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes, possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins. All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
How did those tape computers work? Did they work like radio computers?
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware.
Buckle up.
10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort, Oranje. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Juice joined the team, trying to...
What kind of name is Wompty Dumpty Dum Center? A good name. I should name some of the dinos in the arc.
Wait, did he just say Wompty Dumpty Dum Center?
I think you did just say Wompty Dumpty Dum Center.
What the hell is a Wompty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Juiced?
Okay, the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center. Paul Ackerman, Keith and Guy Juice. What are you talking about?
The Wompty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Arts. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to...
There's no place called the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center of Arts.
Actually, I think there is. No, it's too much. He's joking.
In fact, I'm not. The Wompty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center.
What is the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center? Okay, I've had enough of the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center.
But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
Cool.
Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionaries setting fire to this precious device. But so they did. The Feld playback experiment vanished into the fires of '07.
Why did the revolutionaries destroy it?
Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building.
You're saying that Feld Electrical built this boardwalk?
Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
A pleasure wheel?
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans.
Alright, I think I've had enough of this. That's something else.
But of course, what else?
I'm not gonna ask him for money this time. Great, thank you for all the interesting information.
No, thanks to you for having me and little Mikhail here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
Pick your brain? If anything, this was rather one-sided. He did the talking. Whatever. You see, a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Looks like tomorrow never came.
Whompty Dumpty Dump Center. Still can't get over that.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
Try to see inside.
Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase. There's rust and corrosion on the bars. They're foaming with it. And a small layer of white salt from the sea.
Okay, can you make out what's inside? Point at the window.
No. I won't even try. You know, I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
Can you still shoot though?
Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I pass my shooting courses 7 out of 10.
His hands lead the way when it comes to that. And his shoulders. It's reflex.
Okay, that's the phone, right?
The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth.
What's in there?
Maybe it's just a storm drain for the sewer.
I gotta put something else on now. Okay, what should I think about next? It's not gonna be the Whompty Dumpty Dom Center this time. I don't even remember where I got this from. Oh, it's only 42 minutes. It's not that bad. Fine. Unlock this one. Not saying it again. I said it enough already. Kim, any idea what's down there?
No idea. Could be connected to one of the buildings around here.
Think you might find Ruby down there?
We might find her down somewhere. There's an old storm drain system beneath Martinez that's mostly collapsed. Revachel's sewage system has been built and rebuilt 4 or 5 times now. In conclusion, she could be under any building.
But not in there?
I hope not.
Ho. What if she's a hoe and she responds to me yelling ho into the slit?
There's no echo and no answer.
Okay, I guess she's not a hoe.
Anti-object task force. Behold, the anti-object task force has assembled. God's avenging angel, arrayed against the lower emanations of the darkened one. Shoe racks, tape recorders, motor carriages, and doors. So many doors. You're not just pounding it all to pieces. You're reforging the universe, from the anvil of the heavens to the worms below. Indulge in it. Be bold. Have an impact on the shape of creation. Out of the furnace of your rage. A new reality. Also, you should trash your room again.
So what do I get for this? Attacking physical objects heals damage. All physique learn cast raised by 1. Okay. Pretty good. I could actually make use of that. I can retry kicking down that door 2 more times now. Okay. First, I'm exploring. Didn't I see like the cryptozoologist over this way? Oh, there's a can. 45 cents in it. I think... Is that the only thought that I've actually been able to like make good use of? I think this was the first one. This one was kind of cool. Like, learning about Kim. And this, I only needed this because I failed the vomit check. This, I guess, is useful. This, we just got that. No idea what this is. This can't be like that useful, can it? Alright, I think this is them.
Here we go. Nice and easy. No way out, little guys. Not out of this jam.
It's Morel, the cryptozoologist.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
His self-conscious enthusiasm renders his movements ungainly. He looks like your understanding of a scientist.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Gary, the crypto-fascist.
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it.
He must be Morel, the cryptozoologist.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
That's sarcasm. He takes no pleasure from your appearance.
Lena sent me. She's been really worried about you and is waiting for you to get back.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the 881.
The 881 is a raised motorway that separates Martinez from Jamrock. The labyrinth of streets underneath it makes it difficult to pass. Not like walking over a nice water lock.
Yeah, the water lock's been fixed. It was fine when I crossed it. I'm not gonna tell them the story.
Oh, good. We should really be getting back. Gary could use a hot shower and a warm bed.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the Phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
Tell me more about these traps.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
How do the traps work?
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the Phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can't get back out. At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
What are you using as bait?
Locusts. Nearly all known Phasmids are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that the Insulindian Phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm. A meat-eating stick insect? Does it pretend to be the reeds as part of its ambush behavior? This seems unlikely.
What will you do if these traps don't work?
They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought.
The traps do seem to be deftly and thoughtfully constructed. It's clear the cryptozoologist's wife knows what she's doing.
They did not design these traps?
Yes.
Yes, for something else.
Yes. What?
Tell me about this Phasmid you're looking for.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find. which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
What makes it difficult to find?
Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there? And I suspect it may have also developed other specialised techniques to protect itself from predators, or scientists, in our present case.
What sorts of specialized techniques is the phasmid using to hide itself?
It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defences that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding pattern recognition, confusing the visual cortex. But I cannot describe how these defences work, much less how they evolved, without studying a live specimen.
A ghost insect, he said? These people are looking for a ghost.
How big is this phasmid?
I'm expecting it to be quite giant. One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodea zoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm. So,
Seems puny, to be honest.
Why are you so interested in this stick bug? Aren't there more sensational animals out there?
typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology give them credit for. Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of of any cryptozoologist's career. But to study it and its defences, find out how it stayed hidden so long.
What have you discovered about it so far?
Very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
So no one's ever found one?
Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
I know it's real.
It's clear that his obsession with the phasmid is driven by something more than the pure pursuit of scientific advancement.
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
Makes you think the phasmid is here in Martinez.
There was a credible sighting here recently. A pair of teenagers described a creature that matched the Insulindian phasmid to an uncanny degree, despite not knowing what it was themselves. It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore.
Maybe the Insulindian phasmid has died out?
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
I don't know what that is.
He means asexual reproduction. The females of the species don't need to mate to produce viable eggs. This makes it easier for a species with a small population to survive.
Thanks, Encyclopedia. That's why Encyclopedia is the best skill. That's pretty clever.
Yes, the Insulindian phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so damn difficult to catch. But as a scientist, I'll try my best to remain dispassionate.
How did you become a cryptozoologist?
I've just always liked animals and puzzles. Searching for cryptids is a bit of both.
Have you ever discovered a cryptid?
No. Very few cryptids are ever discovered, and not for a lack of trying. To stay hidden is a cryptid's primary quality. It's even in the name, cryptid.
So how many cryptids have been found?
Of the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemnee, which is 4,082 items long. About 2,000 have been confirmed as hoaxes. 2 are categorized as confirmed discoveries. The rest are in differing stages of discovery, refutation, and data collection.
So only 2 have proven to be real.
Yes, the Chateau Quan forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of primate, and a cave salamander from Hugo Grad, who is, honestly, quite unremarkable. It's in a zoo somewhere. We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves, more so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are hoaxes or they are never found. That does not mean we should stop searching.
Yeah, the insulated phasmid will be the 3rd.
Indeed. If our expedition is successful, every paper in the world will report on it. From Revachol to Dushantu. It will be a zoological miracle.
He has clearly done his math on this. There is no surprising him or swaying his opinion.
So you're living your childhood dream out here.
It's not child's play, just because I have to traipse through the mud every so often.
Thanks for explaining that. Now about something else.
Yes?
Let's talk about specific cryptids.
Alright. What cryptids precisely? I usually discuss these things with specialists, so I don't know what.
Maybe I should have got Lena to tell me about a bunch of cryptids.
We would have to discuss. He wants to say, but decides against it.
Alright, enough tales, and let's change the subject. I don't know anything.
By all means.
I'm looking for a suspect. Have you seen a woman with red hair who seemed to be on the run?
I'm afraid not, officer. I've been busy digging around in the reeds for days, looking for signs of insect activity. I'm less interested in mammalian concerns, to be perfectly honest.
The lieutenant takes a short note in his notebook, then gestures for you to proceed.
I'll get going.
Hello, I'm Gary. How do you do, officer?
I thought this guy, spoke in all caps. Always shouted.
Yellow man. I mean, officer.
Hello, man.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out his notebook. Yellow man. Interesting. This is something to ask him about, after a little probing first.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization.
Our lover of the great outdoors.
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
Degenerates? This man respects authority too much. To see the truth inscribed upon thine own visage. Pretend thou art a paragon of virtue.
Yeah, I can be authoritative. I have 0 authority. Never mind. I'm neither of those things. I can assure you, I'm a by-the-books, clean-as-a-whistle officer of the law. I'm not even tempted to touch intoxicants.
I've been tempted on occasion, but someone has to stay strong for Revachol.
Revachol? I thought it was pronounced Revachol.
He pronounces Revachol with a hard K, unlike other people.
Said Revachol?
I like to pronounce it the hard way, the old way, the Vespertine way.
It's a secret rite. A very fringe nationalist handshake, probably. Garbage. You're a true patriot, and you know how it's said. The Seren way. The fine way. With an elegant s.
Do you know anything about the man behind the whirling in rags?
Oh, so that's what the RCM in Martinez is about. Great. Great to hear someone's finally taking care of that.
So you do know something about it?
No. Nothing. He was some kind of mercenary. But everyone here knows that. I'm just glad to hear you're looking into it. That's all.
He's not feeling very comfy in his clothes, is he? Strange.
Nervous?
He didn't kill him or anything, but there's something going on here.
The cryptozoologist too?
No. I help Morell with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way, but I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own.
After all this time with Morell, he must have an opinion on cryptids. This could lead to a good one.
I'm into cryptids. Do you have a favorite?
Oh, yes, the burning rhino. Morell doubts he's real, but I don't much care, because I won't be the one looking for him out in Safra Serai.
The burning rhino.
A rhinoceros that looks ordinary during the day, but burns brightly by night. Well, at least the males do.
Why only the males?
The flames are not just for decoration. They are an integral part of the beast's mating behavior.
Is it so they call it being in heat? So they're on fire?
During the burning rhino's mating season, herds of male rhinos, all aflame, encircle herds of female rhinos, forming a fiery ring as they begin to copulate loudly. Local peasants call it the passion ring. They fear the rhinos, as perhaps they should. Anyway.
The lieutenant sighs without looking up from his notes.
How do they burn?
They have special ducts just above their shoulder blades that secrete a combustible fluid. When the rhino is just beginning to light itself, it looks as though it has wings of fire.
But how is this combustible fluid lit?
How does the lighting of this fluid actually work?
The rhino starts running very fast to build heat, then stops, raises its head, and sparks fly from its neck, setting its back ablaze.
That seems a little unlikely.
Yeah, well, Revachol used to be a flaming rhino once, a long time ago. That seems unlikely too, doesn't it?
Super solid argument, Gary. Can't argue with that.
You were surprised to see my colleague, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Seol. I meant no offense, truly.
The lieutenant is a native of Revachol. I think that's what Kim said. He was born in Revachol, doesn't speak a word of Seolite.
Oh, yes. Of course he is. I was just speaking about his connections. Let's change the subject, okay?
Sounds like some conspiracy topic. You might be able to discuss it with him when the lieutenant isn't here, if you can remember it. Return without the lieutenant. For this, your balance organ thinks it's a waste of time.
Is this your mug? Told the Yellow Man mug. This mug has come a long way. I'm surprised it still has some sort of relevance after picking it up on day one and taking it across like the waterlock.
My mug? Why would you think that?
His eyes widen at the sight of the mug. He's seen it before, all right.
I can recognize it. It's in your eyes. Yeah? Well, Mary, it's a good thing I expected to carry away, so I can carry everything with me all the time. You said Yellow Man. That's not something many people go around saying.
Really? I hear it all the time. All in jest, of course. No offense meant to anyone.
Still seems suspicious. Did I mention the mug was found at the scene of a lynching?
Okay, I admit it. I threw the mug away in the trash container behind the hostel. I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer. You're not going to find me, are you?
Let's see. Can I actually get some money off of him? I'm thinking I'm gonna be reasonable, just like a little 20 real fine. $20 real. Well, I'm gonna find him anyway. Fine for 20 real.
Okay, I deserve that. And I won't do it again. You have my word. I don't know what got into me. Stuffing my garbage in another man's property, I've been having trouble at work lately. The Koikos are price dumping us out of competition.
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing. Just answering some questions. Helping out the law.
How did you get into the trash container?
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services, CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez.
Oh, Mary, would you look at that? The Humpty Dumpty Dump Center is done. Are you happy now? I guess we should wait until we see what exactly it is. Let's see. Humpty Dumpty Dump Center. Okay, new slot. What else can I put in here now? I don't even remember like where I got some of these things. I think I don't even remember. I don't even remember what I wanted to use. Maybe I'll just like leave it empty for now. Why would you need to go get into everyone's trash?
So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Hemians run it like a mob. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself.
Disgraced? No need for the histrionic, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer.
Gary, did you put the clothes of my murder victim, the man who was hanged behind the Whirling Rex, into that trash container?
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that.
Dude.
I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know?
Okay, then what happened?
Then I came out to clean up the rags, because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly. Okay, I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
Right. It was just civic duty.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Civic duty.
As he shifts uncomfortably, a series of clicks, like the clinking of glass beads against one another as they roll across a hardwood floor. You've heard this sound before, but where?
What's that strange sound?
What sound?
That clinking I just heard when you moved.
Really?
Wait, does he have the armor? Does this guy have a piece of the armor I want?
There's lots of weird stuff out here in the reeds, though. Insects, trash. Could be the wind shifting some garbage nearby.
Yeah, because I remember, like, Kim tapped on the boot to show me what it was, and it made, like, a sound like that. You wouldn't happen to know anything about the Vita's missing armor, would you?
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
An infant could see he's not telling the truth, but he's too scared to admit more wrongdoing. There's something going on here. You should observe him more closely after this topic is concluded.
Let's move on for now.
I hope I could help your investigation, in my small way.
Does this mean you were in his apartment, admiring his colonial mug collection? Perhaps it would be interesting to tell him.
Thank you for your cooperation. First things first. Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center. For you, Mary.
Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center. You're at home, stupid cop. Not with the art crowd. You hate them. Everyone hates them. Even they hate themselves. It's nauseating. An industry built on sprezzatura and sparkling wine. And, let's be honest, tax evasion schemes. The Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center is the heart of this unholy symbiosis of aesthetics and tax optimization. And now that you've internalized it, you can have a piece too.
Okay, what does the Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center give me? Encyclopedia gift passes give 10 XP and +2 Real. And we got -2 suggestion. Because I'm a pretentious wanker. Okay. I mean... I have a -2 suggestion now. I mean, it wasn't high anyway. At best, I could put 1 point to this and bring it up to a -1. Okay. Save. Yeah. But what I need here is composure. Just give me composure. I've definitely got some composure things, right? Yeah, regular black jeans. Wait, these inter-easternary trousers didn't give me anything except for +1 to Kingdom of Conscience. I don't know what that is. That's +1 composure again. And -1 savoir-faire. That might actually be enough to get like 97%. But as is usual, I gotta check everything. That's a -1 composure. Alright.
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law. I mean, officers.
92%. Thinking about the armor. Why is he shifting around like that? Let's just look at his composure. Isn't this the anal beads check?
That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath.
Something worn underneath it?
Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example. One that makes a clicking sound when the plates meet each other, resembling pearls or marbles, stolen from the corpse in the yard near where he lives.
Okay, Amir, I'm pretty sure if you fail this check, then you instead think that he's wearing some massive anal beads. And I've seen clips of this, of people reacting to getting that. I'm glad I didn't fail that, because I want the armor. see you're a connoisseur of high quality combat gear.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once. I was ashamed of what I did. And I didn't want you to know.
We're not detecting falsehood, sire. He's gearing up to admit the truth.
Gary, what's going on?
Later, Morale. I've got apologizing to do.
No, you've got explaining to do.
Give me the armor now. All the armor.
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat. But so light to hold, like a bag of cotton.
Maybe I have to clean it again. Why did you really put the clothes in the trash?
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they'd scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling. So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought, he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from here. Only the cuirass was left, so I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning, no one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have... Fuck.
We're detecting sincere contrition here, sire. He's not trying to flatter anyone.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you're a tiny tot now.
And you gave me the armor.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. Seolite officers commanded the suzerain's navy. Most of them sided with the king when...
They were thoroughly conservative men, he realizes suddenly.
I gotta see what stats it gives. I'm really curious what it gives. Why'd you lie to me, Gary?
Because I was weak. I should have told you the moment I saw you, but...
The hell, Gary? You in trouble?
I'll explain later.
Do you know who killed the Hanged Man?
I always thought it was the Union. Some Union hardasses. Lynched him because of the strike. But almost everyone in town knows that. I wish I could tell you more.
This is all he knows.
Are we done here, Gary?
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again.
Thank you for your cooperation. Now let's see. There. +1 pain threshold, +1 volition. Am I not gonna wash this first? I thought they just said it was like it reeks of his sweat. Alright, which slot does go in? Shirt. Make him look at me. I'm wearing the armor.
Yes?
Nothing. Alright. Hands and legs left. I'm pretty sure there was a helmet too. I think hands. I think they said there were no pants. I don't know. There. That's my fit. Okay. I was also thinking... I think Kuno said that he threw the helmet into the sea. And like someone had to fish it up. This is the fishing village, right? So maybe somebody has fished it up. Or maybe it's just laying around on the shore somewhere. You have anything new to say?
Hello, hello. What can I do for you, officer?
I'll get going. So there's that. I'm not gonna tell him I broke into his house. Or technically not break in, like I entered his house with a key. Kinda curious though, why did Everett have that guy's key? It's not the right way. Could I go back and tell Everett that I found like the owner of the house? I'm looking for like a shore or something. St. Brood, 1147.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Oh, Miri, look, I have 2 morale now. I won't immediately die if I get sad. Not there. So I wonder, if I take 1 morale damage and then like I remove like the shirt, do I still have 1 morale, or do I just die? I think it'll still like save me 1 morale. So this is quite literally sadness armor now. Who knew that the armor would actually work, that it would actually protect me? Two bottles. I slowly walked up to. I also just remembered, after checking everything else quickly, why can I not fast travel? Can I only fast travel if I'm on the other side of the waterlock? I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna try and kick down the door. Actually, is it unlocked? Barred door. Okay. It must be unlocked because it says barred door. It's over here. Can I get over there? I don't even know where I'm walking. But I'm pathfinding.
The pane of Eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up. Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough.
What is this?
It looks like a makeshift bridge. Could be convenient.
Push the Eternite over.
The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
We should ask that girl on the ice what's going on here.
Chris, can we rob the tent? Can we enter the tent?
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men, all in forward-looking apparel, reminiscent of the sticker on the padlock, are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
Alright, let's squeeze in.
Sorry,
We barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
So this is where these guys are. I think I remember Egghead mainly because I saw him when you played this and I thought that's a reference to a real life guy.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
There is definitely something futuristic about his hair, aggressively so. You get the sense that this is what the future will look like. Imbecilic, yes, should the future ever come, it will look deeply imbecilic, like this guy.
Shake his hand.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
And Egghead. Egg!
And is that him? I didn't think it looked like that.
Together with Acetylburger, Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
Why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
Was there something you wanted?
Yeah, it's a matter of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed
I'm
that
not
they're
getting
at
that.
of Narcomania on the coast.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads! Burnouts!
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Revachol.
Strike that! The world!
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there are the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
The spooky kind. I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse.
People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for. All right, man. Yes, I asked Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix, just something to contain the situation.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
I need the key.
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
All right.
Reaction speed. Be the cool cop. Catch the key as it flies toward me. Yes.
You sense the trajectory of the little piece of metal and plastic. The object makes a small ringing sound as it approaches. Just the tiniest chime to your left.
Catch it.
Ka-ching! The key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly.
Thanks, man. Play it cool. What do you mean it wouldn't like the boat? Look. I mean... I did sort of barely make that. I got like 1 spare point. Thanks, man.
The speed freak nods to you. A respectful nod. You proved something here.
Right, other questions.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
That's it for now.
As always, we'll be right here, waiting patiently for the news. Yeah!
I thought that Egghead.
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Walshi tape player, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says,
He's not holding up anything. I thought that... Okay, when I watched your stream, I thought this guy was bald. I can only see his portrait as bald. Is this guy who just says hardcore?
Hardcore! Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega! Internally coherent. All core! All right! Yeah!
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore! Ah!
So hardcore. Exclamation mark.
Is it though?
I was just thinking that a moment ago.
One mind, one spirit. There's no other world. There's no other life.
What did I just get? Oh, I thought it was like a thought to think about. Okay. Anything else? Wait. Is there supposed to be an empty square here? I thought everything just truncated. So there's no empty squares. The cell, right?
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Oh. Hello there.
She must be Estelle, the last of the speed freaks, Posse. Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
You must be Estelle.
That's my name. I take it you have met the others. Did they tell you about the church and the club thing?
They did.
Will you help us?
Sure.
Great. Let us know if there's any progress, will ya? We've been waiting for weeks here.
I have some questions for you.
I'm listening.
What's that device you have there?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
The wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
What's a contact microphone?
A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Encyclopedia?
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike.
Yeah, he knows my wife's name. How about my mother?
No.
Thanks, Encyclopedia.
You're welcome.
I take it back. I'm no longer thankful. How does that thing work?
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble.
Actually, I have some non-mic questions for you.
Okay.
Have you seen a red-haired woman around?
No.
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
Considering what we're trying to do here, this doesn't look like a good sign.
Superstition. We can turn the grim desolation into a fun dance club, and thus also help turn this hellhole around.
Alright, that's it for now.
Okay, bye.
I got $2. Who knew that the Wompty Dumpty Dump Center would actually be like the best thought I had? Never would have guessed. When you were talking about like the thoughts that give you a lot of money, were you talking about the Wompty Dumpty Dom Center? So I remember you told me like there's a thought that gives you a lot of money. Where am I pathing now? I'm trying to get back across the waterlock so I can kick down the door and tell Lena that I found her husband. But I have no idea where I am. I now know where I am. I got -2 suggestion for that.
The old woman still sits in. The buzz of electric lights blends together with the slow rumble of the ocean waves at night.
Still up?
Yes, I can't really sleep anymore. Only a few hours a night. It happens when you grow older. My suggestion is, don't. Don't grow any older than you already are. That's old enough. What's troubling your mind?
So, as great as the Wompty Dumpty Dom Center is, the Wompty Dumpty Dom Center has caused me to get -2 suggestion. So this is going to be really hard. I don't know if I'm gonna get this. Originally, my plan was to go around, maybe looking to find some plus suggestion clothing items, which I don't think I found, but I instead found the Wompty Dumpty Dom Center thought. I wonder if I paid the bill yet. Actually, okay. I might forget next time. I'm probably going to end before I finish the day, but I need to remember to get Kim to take away the body, because it's a bit overdue by now. Lena, I found your husband.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
I ran into your husband on the coast.
Goodness, how is he? Did he say why he hasn't returned yet?
He's fine, ma'am. As we had suspected, he couldn't get back earlier because the water lock on the canal was broken. Now he's just finishing up somewhere.
Oh, yes. That's my Morel. He's bound to catch a cold staying out there for so long. But I am so relieved to hear that he's okay. Thank you for putting an old woman's heart at ease, if even a little.
Now maybe she'll open up about those fascinating cryptids. Take her mind off all this.
Okay. Maybe I can convince her now. I would have had an extra 2 suggestion if it weren't for the Wompty Dumpty Dom Center. But I'm going to have to rely on maybe a shirt or something. Plus suggestion. Do I even have any plus suggestion shirts? What's the WDDC? You gotta say the full name. Yeah, oh, the Wompty Dumpty Dom Center. Right, I get it now. You're talking about the Wompty Dumpty Dom Center. I don't think I have anything for suggestion. Like, the only thing I have is a negative suggestion shirt. I'm kinda glad I don't have any, like, a plus suggestion shirt.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Because I'm pretty sure if I fail this check, I take morale damage. And if I take off the armor, then it's going to kill me. Alright, let's now convince her to tell me about some cool cryptids. What could go wrong?
There's really no point in manipulating anyone. She'd be only too pleased to tell you about her work. Go on and ask.
Okay, good. I was worried I was going to take sadness damage. Hey, Lena, I'd like to hear about some of the cryptids you studied. Could you just tell me about a couple of them?
Oh, I'd be delighted. Truth be told, I could really use the company too.
One cryptid, not a couple. One. This won't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza.
Okay. It is... You know, I'm not good with 24-hour clocks. It is 9 p.m. We're about to end the workday anyway. Let me have this one little cryptid.
He nods and assumes a waiting posture. Ooh, tough choice there.
Ooh, I got $2. Thanks, Wompty Dumpty Dom Center. Let's see. What is... I don't want all of them. What is the biggest cryptid?
That would be the Giant of Kokonur.
I'm definitely coming back to this after I send Kim away.
The giant lives in the most arid parts of the vast Kokonur Desert in South Samara, casting a strange light across the barren wastes.
Hey, what do you mean, strange light?
Mirage or psychogenous luminance.
And just how big is it?
No one knows for sure. It is like an awful mountain appearing from below the horizon and expanding to cover almost a third of your field of vision.
Is it dangerous?
The towering luminosity of Kokonur is a bad omen in local folklore. Some say it's a Fata Morgana, others, fate unimaginable.
Hui. No animal can be that large. It's a mirage.
That's what makes it so peculiar. A species surviving at the very limits of scientific law. The giant of Kokonur must be the largest animal the planet can support. There are limits, you see, to how large a metabolism an ecosystem can beget. Some say a gravity anomaly below the Kokonur Desert might allow the creature to grow to these gargantuan sizes.
Gravity anomaly? Digging it. Digging this parascientific stuff right here.
Alright, there's my one cryptid. This has been educational. Sadly, we need to discuss something else.
Of course, dear.
That's all for now. I need to go bust down that door. I wonder if I'll get it this time. I got +1 from the thought. I'm pretty sure. I don't know why this couldn't just be one area. That's a tiny room. Okay, what are my odds before gearing up?
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Okay. It's not gonna be that bad. Now I have to put on everything physical instrument, which I'm pretty sure is this shirt. I'm pretty sure, well, if I fail, I think it's gonna heal me, so I'm not gonna be worried about that. That's -2. That might be the only physical instrument thing I have, actually. Yeah, that's the only physical instrument thing I have.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Well, this is gonna heal me, right? If I fail? I'm wearing combat boots.
You give it another, more ferocious kick. The door still does not move.
I thought it was supposed to heal me.
Demolish the place.
I don't see how this is going to give new results. There must be another way in there.
How?
Through the kitchen door, perhaps. Let's explore rather than destroy.
Let's kick down the kitchen door. Let me review what this thing says. Attacking physical objects heals damage. Isn't that what I just did? Maybe it doesn't work because, like, that's supposed to hurt me. Maybe it's only if, like, I kick something harmless. I'm putting on my armor again. For 2 morale. At the kitchen door.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock.
There's nothing.
It's painted
There's
blue.
nothing to do here.
The door does not budge.
Can I at least try to kick down that door? Start.
Hey, was there something you needed?
I saw another thing.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
The mysterious blue door.
Oh yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Okay, never mind.
Yes. What else? Yes.
Nothing. I mean, technically, I could put another point in physical instrument and try and kick it again. Alright, let's do it. Let's go. of course, to save first. Do I have anything that gives me endurance? So maybe I can like not die if I fail this. That's pain threshold. Endurance is what gives health, right? Or is it pain threshold? I might as well put this on anyway. Pretty sure it's endurance that gives me more health.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
I level up 1. Alright, I gotta
The
look at it.
same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Alright, kick the door in.
You give it another, more ferocious kick. The door still does not move.
Demolish the place.
I don't see how this is going to give new results. Through the kitchen door, perhaps. Let's explore rather than destroy.
I can try this one more time.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Big 3.
This time, something cracks inside.
I think that might actually be like the 4th time. Because I tried it initially, failed it. Put 1 point in physical instrument, failed it. Put another point in, failed it. Put my last... Okay, yeah. You're right. You're absolutely right. That was actually the first try.
It is an unbelievably satisfying sound,
Nice.
filling you with a belief in your own body.
Well, sounds like this time the property damage was at least resolutive. Would it hurt to look in?
I thought it was an Ace's low moment, Kim.
I don't know about that.
Let's see. Alright. Let's see what's in here. Tiny hole.
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens. Bottles lie around everywhere.
I think I can see into Kalash's room from here.
You can barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here. The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
That's a strange thought. What else can I find in here? Oh, footprints on the floor. I noticed those.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Someone's been here within the last week or 2.
3 weeks maximum, from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer, the Blue Door was a mega investigation after all. It has now converged with our main investigation, which I would say is quite large.
Let's have a closer look then.
Large prints, most likely made by Boots. The size is hard to determine. Soul could be bigger than Vamp. The soles have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines. This print is unlike one left by a regular worker boot. It is not a brand sole with logos on it. It seems custom made or old-fashioned.
Oh wow, thanks Encyclopedia. And thanks Wompty Dumpty Dom Center. This doesn't look like the workers we were saying from the hanging, does it?
No. These little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
Right.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
Hey, what does this mean?
It means someone snuck through what seemed like a secret route, leading to the roof, from where you can shoot our victim. This is significant. These prints, officer, could be the prints of our killer.
Let's move on. Oh. Oh, Pinball Maker's coat. I got a coat. Cool. Another equipable. Is that an elevator? Spare key is tied to the bush outside the corner room window. Probably remember that, maybe. Ooh, $5. It's a pinball machine?
Over there, in the corner.
Pinball machine?
Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's lit. You can't wait to get your hands on it. Lit. A phrase almost synonymous with the Insulindian pinball scene. Any pinball scene, really.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic.
Oh, you've played it?
A little.
Let's take a closer look.
Ah, great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin-operated. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready.
Wait, I should probably inspect my clothing. 1 second. I feel like for this, I should probably want to have reaction speed or maybe hand-eye coordination. That's a -1 reaction speed. I don't even know what this might need, but I'll make sure whatever it is, I get it. Hand-eye coordination. Composure. This might be the only time I use the bum hat. Just gives reaction speed, it also makes me slightly dumber. What are my stats looking like now?
Over there, in the corner.
Pinball machine.
Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball.
Let's take a closer look.
Ah, great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin-operated. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready.
I have to pay $1? That's so expensive. Let's see, inspect the playing field first.
The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble.
This kind of makes you think of all your sheep, Mary, in Ark. Because I was on today. You do have a lot of sheep. I don't have a problem with your sheep, but they get in the way a lot. I had to pod one of them so I could reach the feeding trough. And I thought about podding another one so I could reach like the cryo fridge and the generator. We gotta put them somewhere.
The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represent Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Get them to the summit.
Not just sheep me. Remember, we now also have otters. Because of course we have otters. Why would anyone in Ark not have otters? Including close to read the text. I'm probably gonna do this pinball thing and then probably call it.
Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy, taken on the world's tallest peak, Corpus Muindi. The Mesk legend holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gordy shall return and save his people.
What's all the goats?
Indeed. Think of them as balls.
Goat balls? Alright, I'm gonna do this thing. $1. It's gonna cost me a rent. Let's go.
It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep 3 goat-faced balls in play with relative ease.
Got an achievement for playing pinball.
Go, go, finger boy.
I feel sorry for the gods. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was.
What kind of guy was he then?
The kind of a guy who uses the word savages a lot when recounting his travels. A Mesk nationalist.
A racist mountaineer?
An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies from every continent.
Technically, human beings are at the top of the food chain, so...
He also hit his wife and kids. Other people's kids too. Sometimes pets. Hateful little man.
Oh, I'm glad I put on my armor to save me from that psychological blow.
But you seem to be having fun.
Pretty good at this.
Your game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all over the board, and although a few plummet to their deaths, you're never left with less than 3. Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the board. This is where the balls need to go.
Concentrate and aim for the narrow passage.
Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But finally, the opportunity presents itself. One of them gets through. Tiny hammer shatters something inside the machine. Something glass. An ampoule? The words "pale rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog. Something's happening.
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players. A stupid, nihilistic finale.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one by one, your goats start slipping, disappearing into the milky nothingness. This can be navigated. The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog. Use them to calculate where they hit next.
Yeah, I have a good visual calculus. I can visual calculate. I feel like my camera's off now.
You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5 times you snatch him back from the jaws of death.
Okay.
You're in a perfectly balanced system where neither you nor the pal is able to get the upper hand. This could go on forever.
Okay, stay on the ball. Bad at ball games. I mean, 48% on a red check. I did. I gave him the ball. stay on the ball. 20%.
With automation-like precision, you keep the final goat ball in play, reacting to the tiniest stimuli, floating in the flow state. The fog is clearing, and suddenly, the old speaker crackles.
I just barely made that. See, I'm not gonna have another reaction speed fail. I put on the hat for +1 reaction speed, and I just barely made it.
Gordy Ball is lit.
Redeemed. Redeemed from the boat failure.
Huh?
A panel opens up at the top of the playfield, and a new ball charges downhill. It's larger than the goats and matte black. Cornelius spell the white letters running across the equator. So violent is its descent, it immediately knocks the last goat into the abyss, then proceeds to bounce all across the board as if carried by some demonic otherworldly inertia. High score, announce the speakers, and the whole machine lights up. Then the flippers retract, leaving a perfect opening for the Gordy Ball to join the goats backstage. Cornelius vanishes, and the machine powers off.
Redeemed.
That's amazing.
I think I won, Kim.
You didn't just win. No one I know has ever beaten Gordy's goats. That is a monumental achievement, Detective.
Who's the king of pinball, Kim? Hold up my fist.
Congratulations, Your Highness. That was really impressive.
Feels good. I actually healed 1 morale.
The machine needs a good service before anyone else can even attempt it again.
Nice.
Yes. Good times.
Good times.
Once again, the machine becomes one with the dust and the darkness.
Redeemed. I open this door from the side.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
It's just connected to the one upstairs. How do I get through, though?
There must be a key somewhere. Probably somewhere in the whirling. It's not too important. We can get in and out using the roof door.
There was a note that said there was like a key in the bush or something.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb, smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88. This elevator must have been used to transport pinball machines to and from the upstairs workshop.
Let's just go up. I gotta find that key. Open the door.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
This used to be a pinball workshop.
Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel? There are machines left over.
A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the Harties bang away at it.
Remember the dice maker? Then that means...
Whirling in Rags was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade. This is all left over from that.
Ah, yes, as the novelty dice maker said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a nice little connection.
Looks like they gave up on fixing pinball machines at some point.
At some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went out of vogue.
Could this mean the Whirling in Rags really is part of the doomed commercial area?
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion. He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
Stupid superstition. But still, it would be interesting to see what the cafeteria manager thinks of this.
Finished thought. Okay. I need to find a bush now because I remember the note said there was a key in like one of the bushes next to the whirling in rags. Why did I just step back to open the door? Can I just like bust through it the wrong way? Make it open outwards? Okay, I want to find that key. And then I'm probably gonna talk to the guard and then probably call it. Is there even the bush around here? If there's a bush, it's gotta be in the backyard or something, right? Maybe I'll just tell guard about it. I'll look for this bush. It's not indoors, is it? Whatever. I found the thing.
Hey, was there something you needed?
I saw another thing at the... Wait. I found it from indoors. So then where is it? It should be like interactable then, right? So then it should highlight when I tap the thing, see what's interactable. Maybe it's upstairs. I don't see it. It is supposed to be flashing, right? I'm trying to look in like Titus's place. I thought it's supposed to flash. Okay. It said like it's in the corner somewhere, right? So maybe it's in a corner somewhere. I don't think I see it anywhere. That's the window.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
Is it this? I have to look out the window? I thought it was just to be like in the plant or something. Okay. I guess this is... I thought maybe this would be like after you finish the game. And then it's like some deep reflection or something. Because I got like a -10 debuff because it said it's not time yet.
There's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches. Light yellow, faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket. Hanging from it, a bronze key.
I didn't think it would be at the window.
Someone hid the key in the bush and attached a yellow ribbon to make it easier to find.
That's not a bush, those are vines.
It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
Someone's hit a key in the bush.
Huh?
Can you let me slide past so I can grab the thing?
I don't know about that. I'm comfortable here. Don't think any sliding would really help right now.
Sorry, fucko. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. Good fucking luck with that. The Hawthorne's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there.
With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch, and slides it across the table.
Take the key.
The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched into its bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
Come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in...
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
Maybe this is somehow connected to Ruby getting to the roof.
Your secret root theory? You're grasping for straws, cop man. Why'd she put it back if it's hers? A little wisdom from old Titus. Not everything is connected to one thing. Keys just lie around. It's a messy world.
That is internet. I think I lost internet. Yeah, I definitely lost internet. I guess this is where I call it then. Save. Oh, not much point in reading when there's no internet.